Right, makes me look good. Well, hello there.
Hello, welcome to Homegirl TV. I'm Angel.
And I'm Rashonda. Welcome back to our channel. This is our first mukbang ever. We're excited to eat this food.
Yes, this food looks so good.
It is, y'all. If y'all can get into it, we got some crab legs. And there's some potatoes down up in there, and a piece of corn.
Some shrimp.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the shrimp. And then we got in here, this is like Asian style. Kind of like if you're from Atlanta, juicy crab. But it's not juicy crab. Juicy crab is like who juicy crab is. Good. But this is good also.
Yeah.
And also in here we got some crabs and some more corn, some more shrimp, and then we got some salmon on the side. So a little seafood situation. And some rice. Some steamed rice.
Pause, 1 second.
Like sticky rice.
1 second. So the awesome thing about where we live is there's a lot of like Filipino style seafood restaurants, and that's where this came from. A really delicious place. We love this place. So we're excited to dig into this. We haven't had it in a while, and we're also excited to share the experience with you all.
I actually had these crabs. Was it your birthday night? Christmas night? No, because I bought them to your house and I said, "Girl, I just bought us some."
Oh yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah. And
I don't know. You wasn't asleep. You was being like stuck up or something.
No, I was not.
You weren't trying to eat no crabs with me. You used to be trying to eat Popeyes, y'all.
Oh, that's what it was.
She was trying to eat Popeyes. And I bought us a lot of them, but you know what? I took them all home with me because she didn't want none. So
dang! And I'm supposed to come down and get some the next day.
And she didn't. So
oh man! And we were together the next day, weren't we?
Why she haven't had it in a long time.
Well, I haven't had it in a long time.
I had some.
She was just enjoying it last week. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm excited to stay here and eat it. Let's go on and dig in.
Lord bless this food.
Oh yes. You want me to listen?
Yeah.
All right, Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you for this time together. Thank you for the resources. Bless this food, and may it be a nourishment to our body as well as our minds. Amen.
Amen.
That was not bad. Not bad at all. But the crab legs were seasoned with Old Bay and butter. They're not bad. Pretty juicy.
You got two? You should be eating these potatoes that I am. What should we tell the people about ourselves? Ouch.
All right. Well, where are you from, bro?
I am from Georgia. I grew up on the east side, Decatur, Georgia, to be exact. Wesley Chapel. So yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay.
And yourself?
I'm from Baltimore. Yes, I made a decision to pronounce it accordingly for video, but really I'm from Baltimore. I'm from the east side, from Sedonia, Billy Edison, around there. And also, like during high school, lived like near Hoffer Road in Tivoli. So that's it. Just from the east side of Baltimore. That's all. So, Rob, what you do?
Slang. But now I am a teacher. This is my 8th school year. Compared to like 50 for you, I know.
Girl, stop.
And the crazy thing, I've been where I am now for most of my teaching career.
Mm.
So I've been here 6 years. I only did 2 years
Mm-hmm.
in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Or did I? No, I did 1 2 years.
You did a few more. You did a few years, like 3 years. Okay. You got 8 years altogether, right?
This is my 6th school year. So maybe this is my 9th school year. What year is it?
It's
I started teaching in 2012.
So yeah, you're 8 school year. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you have been here longer. Well, I do the same thing. I'm a teacher as well. I started out as a counselor and decided to move to education. And I have not yet regretted my decision. I really enjoy it. And other than that, that's pretty much been all that I've done. Anything else you want to tell the people?
Let's see. Y'all want to know about us?
If y'all have any questions, you can always put the questions down in the comment section and we'll tell you. And if we don't want to answer it, we'll just tell you we don't want to answer it.
I'll probably answer it though.
Probably.
Let's see here. Well, how did we get here? Like, not here where we are, but like here. You're from Baltimore, and I'm in Atlanta. So how did we meet? What happened?
So
I picked her up off the corner of the street. Begging for money. Or in the words of Andrew, she was knocking at my door.
Who is that? Who is that? You was begging me for some ketchup, girl.
now, girl, you know I will come to your door asking for some ketchup, but ain't nobody come to Andrew's door asking for no ketchup.
You ain't gonna tell me how to ketchup, because you know I ain't got none.
So yeah, you're right. Or mayonnaise,
You
or
might as well
mustard.
go somewhere else because you ain't finding
Goodness
it.
gracious. Alright, is it true? You got plenty of hot sauce. Alright, yeah. But we met through one of her friends and my husband. They actually met each other at the elevator where we live. And they just started having a conversation. Come to find out, they had a friend in common. And all of them ended up linking up. And where did they link up? At Rose's house. Well, Rashonda's house. And then he said, hey, come down here. I want you to meet somebody. She lived right on our floor, but I ain't never seen her before. And so,
y'all. She every time she saw me, she gave me the evil look. Like,
no, I don't never remember seeing her. She always said, oh no, I don't remember seeing her.
She's telling the truth. I ain't never seen her.
So I came down here and we both just vibe because we like gin and tonics. We were like the only 2 people in the group that drank gin and tonic. So then she said, well, let me know if you want to like get together. One of us said it. I don't remember who said it. One was like, hey, you want to get together and we have a gin and tonic sometime or something like that. So I texted her one day and said, hey, what you up to? I was just trying to see if you were down for a nightcap.
Dum, dum, dum.
Now, look, y'all. I didn't know that a nightcap meant nookie nookie. So my husband said it. And he was like, what you getting ready to do? I said, I don't know. I just asked her, the girl Rose House who was out the other day, I asked her if she wanted to have a nightcap. Maybe we get together with some gin and tonics. He said, please tell me you didn't say to her a nightcap. I said, yeah, I said a nightcap. What's wrong with that? Because it's the end of the night. We both just got off work. He said, do you know what a nightcap is? He said, that's something you say to somebody at the end of the day when you're really trying to go upstairs and get something going on. I said, oh my goodness. I had no idea. And this is my first time reaching out to her. Y'all, I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to say. So she didn't say anything. And I don't remember. Did we get together that night?
No, we didn't get
got
together that
like
night because I was like, oh, the girl, I don't know. And no, I was just like, no, I was actually getting my hair braided. So I was like, we can get together another time. And then we got talking about something. And we were like, well, let me know when you want to have that rain check. And I was like, oh, girl, tonight's good. But she didn't want me to come down her house. Because I don't know if she thought I had spirits or something. So She was like, she used the excuse of,
What?
girl, I need to get away from my husband. Well, not get away from my husband, but I need a something. I don't remember exactly. But she came out here, and that's pretty much, the rest is kind of history. That's the folks say. I've been able to get her out of my house since that day.
Right here.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yep. I've been, what, 2 years now?
Yeah. And it's so weird because you know how you meet a lot of people and then you be like, oh, we gonna link up. I honestly probably would have never messaged you.
I'm not in the same way. But at the time, it was like, well, she right down the hallway, and then my husband is like really outgoing. So it was like, well, if he's gonna be hanging out with her friend, and since they all had our friend in common, like, well, let me go on there and reach out to
now
her.
the truth comes out. That's the only reason why.
You know.
Dang. So
Give
if
her a
there were no
chance.
friends in common.
We probably would never even met each other.
This is true. Very true.
And having friends in common, that meant we was gonna be around each other again, more than likely, which we were.
This is true.
So it would have been weird to like not ever have called you or anything, and then like, oh, see you again, and what we gonna do? Say the same thing again?
Yeah. Very true though. You make a valid point there. Okay, I forgive you. My bad. Shout out to those friends in common.
Yep. So now it feels like we've known each other what, about 10, 15 years. Sometimes I be talking to her about stuff and swear that she was there.
You can't tell me otherwise.
I'm like, oh my goodness. So
here we are.
Yep. This food good.
It really is.
Now, as you said earlier, I said I went to Getaway. Now we have a ladies' night once a week.
Y'all ever been stood up? Cause I was.
We enjoyed it. We stood up.
I was stood up last night.
Cause we were doing tonight.
No, I was drifting by the door.
Live.
I was just sitting by the door like waiting for somebody to ring the doorbell. I had my purse on. I was ready. I sat there for like 30 minutes and then I started. I told Alexa to play. I don't know who sing it, but she be like, oh, I think her name Vivian Green. She ain't gonna sit by the phone no more. And wait for you to call me. I was just like, well, dang, what'd I do? So,
but we made up for it tonight.
I guess.
Oh, yeah. We'll see how the night goes.
Yeah.
So, Roy, what are some of your goals for 2021?
Let's see. I should know this, huh? Cause it's like what? How many days into 2021?
What's up, you there? What day is it?
Today is like it's the 6th day.
Oh yeah.
I don't really have any new goals. I'm continuing my goals from last year. Keeping my same vision board. I didn't 100% fulfill everything on there. So I'm gonna work on that. In the corner, I'll put a few new things around there. But mostly just being intentional with everything, with my time, with everything that I do. No like resolutions or anything. Just setting some intentions and crushing goals and let's see a specific goal. All the same stuff. Trying to get married or whatever this year. What he at though?
Comment down below if you think you he.
It could be. But yeah, travel some more. I hope the world open back up.
Girl, what you saying?
To get out in these streets.
It's been a struggle not being able to travel. And I'm trying to figure out what to do. I heard it. That was all. I think that's my main goal this so I have some of the same goals from last year as well. I did accomplish a lot of things. So my husband and I, we do a vision board. Not really a vision board, but we like set our goals together, and then he has his way that he like writes his visions. I have my way I do mine. And last year was my first time doing like a picture vision board. Usually I just write it on like a big poster board and put it like where I pray. But last year I did like an actual like, you know, cut the magazine, like we went to a vision board party and everything. First time doing it. And it was kind of cool. What'd you say?
Death to vision board party. Let's normalize not doing
that thing was so long. What we there like 6
Yeah,
hours?
let's normalize not doing vision board parties.
The positive part of it was like every day, like I got to see, like I looked at a picture of what I was, you know, seeking to accomplish. But it did take it took a long time to get there. Like somebody need to start a business like making vision boards. Like let me just call you and tell you what I'm thinking, and you just find me some pictures for you.
There go y'all entrepreneur job right there. Right there. She just gave it to you.
And then we got there and it was ribbon, and I was like, people do all of this? Ribbon and markers? I thought we were just gonna cut some pictures, paste them, and call them a day. But anyway, it was really it was cool to see that, and a lot of the pictures were manifested this year. But I think one thing is like some of the things that I do still have there are things that I feel like I've had on my mind vision board, even though it wasn't a physical one, my mind vision board or my goals board for a while. And so my main goal this year is really to fix my focus. You know, it's really allowing what you were saying about being intentional. Like I was watching a Les Brown talk about fixing your focus, and about you know, just being able to like black out or like block out like the other things around you, and like sometimes the other people, it seems like you are just being like so ridiculous. Like, okay, what does this have to do with that? Like you can still get to that goal and still, you know, go out tonight, or you can still do this and still be able to accomplish this thing. But depending on what your goal is, sometimes you have to be so focused. And like I think we talk about in our culture, we think so much about not being one track minded and, you know, having like diverse thoughts and diverse ideas. And I think that's fine, but there's some things that really require you to give like your attention and your focus. So I think those things that continue to be on my vision board are those things that really like stand out to me as things I need to like really fix my focus on, and realize that some of those other peripheral things are not as important. And I was thinking about it in terms of like in terms of a train. I don't know if I heard this somewhere or came with my own little mind. I don't remember, but think about it in like terms of a train. Like you have this like a subway train, and the subway, you get on it, you ride it, you know, you have your predetermined destination. But along the way, you go in tunnels, you come out of tunnels. That means you have some dark places, you have some light places, you have some places where the scenery is beautiful, some places where it's not really much to look at, like you're just looking at the walls inside of a tunnel. But even those walls inside of a tunnel, they still serve a purpose. Like in those walls, you have the ladders they use to fix the trains. You have the doors they use to fix the different parts of the railroad. So sometimes I think the dark places are important, but we have to fix our focus on the destination and not get wrapped up in where we are, you know, like at that, you know, like always at that moment, and just realize that, you know, if you just stay focused on where you're going, you'll be all right, and you'll get there.
Being focused is hard though.
You right about that.
Because sometimes it's even about, like in the Bible, he talks about I don't know the scripture, y'all, but I'm gonna tell you what he said.
Don't tell me what he said though.
He said, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow got enough worry on its own. Along those lines. You get where I'm going. But so we're saying that it's like sometimes even with the tunnel you're talking about, sometimes a lot of folks, I know myself sometimes, can't focus on what's in front of me because I'm too busy worrying about what is going to happen when I come out of that tunnel. Like, what do I need to do to get to that point versus being in the moment, living in the moment, and figuring out what I need to get through for today. That's why, like, with being intentional and being intentional with my time and everything, like, I want to more so focus this year on I'm drawing a blank. Small goals, like daily goals, daily achievements, which is like when we were talking about the habit trackers and stuff. Like, if I can focus on every day and not about tomorrow, like tomorrow's gonna be there, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I don't know what tomorrow holds, or we shouldn't worry about what's gonna happen then. But we do have control somewhat over what happens in that moment for today. So.
And I think it's about valuing that destination and valuing those stops along the way. Like you said, you know, you each day. So, you know, even with the train analogy, the train will just go to that destination. You know, many of us are not on an express train unless you've just been given everything and every single thing in life. There's still something that you're gonna have as a goal regardless. But each one of those little stops along the way, they hold some kind of value. Even if the value is not to you, it may be a value to someone else. And I agree with you on that. You have to respect those stops along the way, and respect like where you are, and also understand the lesson that you're supposed to learn in that current place. Because ultimately, if you don't learn those lessons along the way, you're not gonna get to the destination anyway.
Sure.
And the track, you don't know what's ahead. So the lesson that you are learning is one that's been designed for you to learn for some reason. So learn that lesson, but not get so caught up in, you know, this difficult time, or you're so caught up in this difficult place where it's just like, oh, let me just snatch the division board down and throw all of it away after 6 hours of cutting pictures.
But then you end up missing things. Like, I was watching, I think it was a YouTube video. I can't remember what it was about, but it was a girl talking about how she started her YouTube, and now she's not really big, but she's bigger than what she thought she was gonna be. And when she first started, she was so worried about having so many followers. What that was gonna look like, that she ended up missing like all of the smaller things that was happening, like people just subscribing or people replaying your message, because you can't focus on what's in front of you. Because she was too busy saying, well, it's still not 10,000 followers, so I must not be doing what I'm doing. But you started with 0 followers, and now you got 50. That's still something to celebrate.
Right? Exactly. Dave Ramsey teaches that in like his financial literacy courses as well, like the small wins. You know, starting with the small things and then going up to the large things. Still keeping in your mind what your goal is, but also being excited when you do something, like, say for instance, if like you're getting rid of your debt, and maybe you paid the smallest bill that you have, but you may have paid the 5 smallest bills that you have, and you may still have that one large bill there. The thing is that you're closer to being able to pay that off than you were before. And that journey right there, you remember what you did to be able to pay off those 5, and just keep on doing it again. And you're learning lessons. You're learning lessons along the way. So, absolutely.
So what y'all got going on this year? How y'all gonna shift your focus and be intentional with whatever you're doing? Whatever you got going on. Something to celebrate. I'll celebrate with you. I'll clap for you.
Absolutely.
And having those people that will celebrate with you is a big thing.
Oh yeah, that matters a lot. It really does. And somebody not like, well, girl, but I mean, but you could have. Did I'm being sincere about it.
Yeah. Like you could have spoke to me in the hallway the first 3 times you saw me, but you chose not to.
Here she go. Y'all hear her with this mess? Y'all hear her?
But like y'all, okay, but seriously, back to being like seriously. I did something today, well yesterday and today that was it's a small thing, but it's big in my mind. I hate throwing away stuff. I'm not really a hoarder, but it's some things that I just be like, I'm gonna need that one day. And years later, you still never need it. So I went through my cabinets and threw some stuff away.
What?
I decluttered, threw stuff away, and I actually felt so good about it. And it was like minor stuff, like plates that had like a burn on the edge of it. Like just let it go. You can get a new plate. Not that I need new plates because I have some more, but it was just like I just got rid of it, and it created more space for whatever God is gonna bring in. Not that I need anything else in my cabinets, but
already trying to get new plates.
I know you hear me, God. Send them porcelain dishes on this way.
Lord said, plates and a man. Wait now.
He can do it.
Sure can.
He can do it.
I'm with him on a golden platter.
Thank you, Father.
Yep. It's already done.
Yeah, this food is so good.
This sure is. I was surprised by the crab legs. At first I was like, wait a minute. These don't look like they're gonna be that good, but they've been seasoned really well. Feels nice and juicy. I say that iced tea is always so delicious. Oh my goodness. So what's the first place you're trying to go to when the world opens back up?
I don't know. Trying to like jet set and just dip on out to let's see. Even when the world opens back up, I'm still gonna be scared to go out to like China.
I was just from most people for a while.
So probably like Africa. I still need to get to Kenya. I want to go to Gambia. Europe. I need to go back to Amsterdam and actually stay. I've only
That's such a good stay.
just went through.
You gotta do the train.
What train?
So you get on the train to Amsterdam, and then you decide where you want your final destination.
Oh, I've been in the city.
No. I'm talking about other countries.
Oh,
So country hop on the
got
train.
Got you.
So we got in Amsterdam, so we went to Amsterdam, and then from Amsterdam went to Rotterdam, same country, but then from there we went to Germany. Germany, and then from there went to Belgium, but all on the train. It's a nice train ride, and it's fast. And it's a lot less than flying too.
Well, maybe I'll be doing that.
You don't have to go through all of it, like, the stuff you gotta go through to fly. You don't have to go through that to get on the train.
But the places that still got border controls and stuff, right?
Nope. They got like security, but not border patrol, and you don't like show your passport or anything.
So I ain't get no stamps.
No, that's the only thing about it. Yeah.
Where you off to?
Probably Zanzibar. Yeah. Probably Zanzibar. I miss Thailand. I would love just to go stop by for a little while. I probably miss Amsterdam more though. Usually go there every year in the summertime on the way home. So I do think I want to go to Amsterdam. But in terms of new places, Zanzibar. Yeah. Still waiting to get to Egypt and South Africa. I feel ashamed we went over here all this time and haven't been to Egypt yet.
Oh, Egypt, it was fine. Egypt don't owe me nothing.
Oh, it was that much fun, huh? How long did you stay? For like 2 or 3 days?
2.
Okay, that's what everybody says. You only need like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like a full 2 days because we got to the airport late and missed our flight. So when we got in, it was real late. So we had like 1 full day and then like half of the next day. But Zanzibar is a good time though. I definitely want to get back there. And Thailand, I'll go to Thailand at like. Me and one of my friends was talking about Thailand. Like Thailand would be a nice girls trip.
Yeah, it would be. I love Phuket.
I didn't go to. Did I go? Oh, y'all did go to Phuket.
Oh, you did.
I ain't stayed.
That's where you stayed in that fancy villa, right? That spot was nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
I like where we stayed. We stayed in this place that was like it was like it wasn't a nature preserve. Maybe it was. All I know, I woke up in the morning and it was a chicken standing on the lawn. And there was a lizard in the room the night before that.
Oh, so you cultured. It was a lizard in my room in Zanzibar. I could not go to sleep.
No, my goodness.
Yeah.
How did you discover it?
I did not go to sleep. I saw it, just like crawling.
Like your lights were on and stuff. Girl, I saw it in the middle of the night.
Oh no.
And it was a shadow. You couldn't have told me it wasn't an alligator in the room. I was like, bang. It was knocked out. Bang. It's something crawling in the room. So he got up all slowly. I was like, it's going faster. Yeah, I see the shadow, and I'm thinking that it's like an alligator or crocodile, like on the floor. So I start pulling the covers up because I'm like, oh, he gonna try to climb up the covers and get on the bed. I'm jumping on the bed, like looking, trying to find him. He turned on the light. The alligator went away. Come find out, it was a whole lizard.
The alligator went away. So the alligator left, but then the lizard.
I was like, oh, you just gonna embarrass me like that and leave when the light comes on. So then we couldn't find it. So he called the front desk, and they said the littlest little man in there. So I mean, he definitely was not intimidating if it was a whole alligator. So he came in there with some little spray because he clearly already knew what it was. And I'm standing on top of the bed screaming, thinking that now the alligator must be underneath the bed. Or maybe not an alligator, more like a crocodile. Okay. So I'm thinking they under the bed. So the man started moving stuff, looking. He found this little gecko. I wouldn't even call it a lizard. It was a gecko, like that big, behind the dresser.
How you felt?
Terrible. One, I woke my husband up in the middle of the night. He looked at me like, girl. And then, embarrassed that this little man saw me standing up on top of the bed, talking about, it's under the bed, sir. I'm not going to sleep until you find it. And he looking at me, he barely speaks English. All he sees this lady is standing hysterically on top of the bed. And then he just casually sprayed, picked the gecko up, walked out, him and the gecko, put his little flip-flops back on and walked away. And I just stood there for a second. My husband turned the lights out. He's like, you better not wake me up. I was like, I really did think, he said, don't you bother me no more tonight. Talking about it's an alligator in the room. But Yeah, it was like it was a
I
shadow.
could see that in the nighttime.
Yeah.
No, it was daytime when I saw it, and it was a wrap. It was all over.
I couldn't do them.
They're just so tiny and they can fly up into any little hole.
Yeah.
My great grandma used to say, "You better be careful; it's gonna crawl up in your hole." That hole. So, ever since then, I don't do lizards. It's just imagining it just being that quick and crawling up in that hole, like.
I want to say something, but we're a family-friendly show.
Oh my goodness. She needs to say praise. Yes, she did. My mama would do that for me.
Well, shuck your corn.
Yeah. Okay, not that shucking, but she would take my corn and cut it off for me.
Shout out to Rose Mama.
You need a knife?
See, you see this? She talk about me, but the only reason she got the expectation is because she know how to do it.
I mean, you're alright, friend.
You don't even want that corn, do you?
I don't want it. But the thought of that you would have cut it off for me, thank you.
I'll probably cut it off before I go home. You be sitting there with the piece of corn looking at it. Like you can't pick up the knife and cut it off. Like if only I had somebody here to shuck this corn.
I be thinking that like, and because I don't have nobody here to shuck it, guess what I do? Throw it away. Throw it away. I don't know what's up with me and like, wait, look, I'm gonna try. It ain't gonna go on, it's gonna come.
You know what?
I'm trying to get it off.
You usually eat corn on God, don't you? No, you don't. Don't usually. You ate it before.
Like,
you ate it at that one spot we went to, but it was like real small pieces, so you could turn it the other direction and eat it.
I'm gonna probably like eat it off the top, but I ain't gonna be able to get down to
all around.
Yeah, down to that.
Yeah, if you can't get all around it,
ask him about it. And on that note, y'all, I am out of here. I'm not doing this. Homegirl is not gonna stop, and she ain't drinking nothing but red tea.
That's it.
So I'm out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna sit here and probably not eat the rest of this.
I'm eating one little bit inside of here, and that is a wrap.
Yeah, thank y'all for joining us. Comment, like, subscribe down below. I don't have any questions for us. Ask them.